You interact with this stuff every single day. You're probably holding it in your hand right now. It's the silent power behind your phone, your laptop, even the cars of the future. So, what is this hidden force? Well, today, we're going to unlock the secret life of lithium.
No, seriously, think about it for a second. How can a tiny little device like that hold enough juice to keep you connected to the entire world all day long? What's the invisible ingredient packed inside
Your smartphone.
Your laptop? And yet, even the electric cars that are completely reshaping our roads, all of them, they share the exact same powerful, invisible secret.
You guessed it, the answer is lithium. Just this one single element is the quiet, unassuming hero that powers our entire rechargeable world.
It's become so absolutely essential, so valuable to how we live today that it's earned this awesome nickname, white gold. So, in this explainer, we're going to follow its wild journey, all the way from a simple rock to the engine that's literally driving the 21st century.
All right, so where did this all kick off? Believe it or not, the story of this modern powerhouse, it starts with a humble, pretty ordinary-looking stone. Okay, so lithium's resume is, well, it's kind of quirky. It's element number 3 on the periodic table. It's a soft, silvery white metal, so soft you could literally cut it with a butter knife. But here's the really wild part. It's a metal that's so incredibly light, it actually floats on water. Yeah, a floating metal. That's why its name comes from the Greek word lithos, which means stone, because, that's where they first found it.
And its history, it's just as weird. It was discovered back in 1817, but then, get this, by 1929, it somehow became a key ingredient in 7-Up. Yep, the soda. Its original name was actually bib-label lithiated lemon lime soda. I'm not kidding. Now, as you can probably guess, putting a highly reactive metal in a fizzy drink wasn't the best idea, and it got banned by 1948. It really wasn't until the 1970s that lithium finally found its true calling in battery research.
But don't let those humble beginnings fool you. Because while lithium might look all soft and gentle, it has let's call it a fiery, explosive personality. This is an element with 2 very different faces.
And the contrast here is it's night and day. On one side, you've got this calm, silvery metal that just gently floats on water. But then there's its other face, its fiery side. The second it touches water, it reacts violently, boiling and releasing flammable hydrogen gas. Just leaving it out in the open air makes it tarnish. And if you have it as a fine powder, it can just burst into flames, all on its own.
So how in the world do you even handle something so reactive? Well, scientists came up with a pretty clever solution. They store it completely submerged in mineral oil. That keeps it safely cut off from both the air and any moisture.
And here's the incredible twist. It turns out that fiery temper, that desperate need to react with everything, that's exactly what made it so perfect. The real challenge wasn't just taming it. It was about harnessing that instability. That very volatility was about to become its single greatest strength.
Which brings us to the big question, right? Why is this difficult, dangerous element the absolute perfect material for our batteries?
Well, the secret is this perfect trifecta of traits. First, it's the undisputed lightweight champion. It stores a massive amount of energy for its weight, more than pretty much anything else. Second, it's like the ultimate energizer. You can recharge it hundreds and hundreds of times with hardly any power loss. Put those 2 things together, and you have this unbeatable combo that makes it totally irreplaceable for modern energy storage.
See that fiery temper, that constant desire to react? That's what allows its ions to flow back and forth, and that flow is what creates an electrical current. It is literally the heart beating inside everything we charge. I mean everything, from life-saving pacemakers in someone's chest to the electric vehicles on our streets. It's amazing.
So, with that kind of incredible value, it's no wonder they call it white gold. But all that power, well, it comes at a price. And with that price comes a huge responsibility for all of us.
So where do we even get this white gold? Well, it comes from mainly 2 places. First, from brine. They pump this super salty water from under the massive salt flats in South America and then let the water evaporate. The other way is through good old-fashioned hard rock mining, mostly in places like Australia. Both of these methods have a pretty big environmental footprint, something we're all really just starting to grapple with.
And that responsibility, it extends to every single one of us. Because this stuff is so potent and precious, a used lithium battery is actually considered hazardous material. For real, it should never go in your regular trash. they can start fires in recycling plants and leak nasty chemicals. So always take them to a proper recycling spot.
All right, before we wrap this up, I've got one last secret for you. Think about the last time you saw a big firework display. You know that really brilliant, super intense red color that just lights up the sky? Ever wonder what makes that happen?
You're not going to believe this. It's lithium. When it gets superheated, its electrons get all excited and jump up. And when they fall back down, they release that energy as that beautiful red light. What an incredible journey, right? From a simple stone, to a weird ingredient in soda, to the powerhouse of our modern world, and finally ending up as a brilliant spark in the night sky.
It's just amazing how one simple element could have such a dramatic story and completely change our world. It kind of makes you wonder, right? If a simple stone holds this much drama, what other incredible stories are hidden in all the ordinary things we see around us every single day?